Hello everyone and welcome to another historic video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a Loris ninja deck because I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious what to do with your ninja deck, especially with the Orcish Bowmaster nerf. This deck used to play 4 copies of Orcish Bowmaster in the deck, so that's why I wanted to take a look at the ninja deck again. So what's going on with Loris Ninja? So I actually think the ninja deck is one of the best decks to play if you're trying to climb the ladder, because before the banning of Orcish Bowmaster, Ninja was one of the more stronger decks out there. But because of Orcish Bowmaster, Moon Circuit Hacker was insanely awkward to play with, because if you ninjutsu, an opponent has 2 mana up, you can't really play the Moon Circuit Hacker unless you want your Moon Circuit Hacker to die to Orcish Bowmaster. And if you had another creature other than Moon Circuit Hacker, that creature could also die because the Moon Circuit Hacker drew a card. So ninjutsuing Moon Circuit Hacker kind of became a self-board wipe against the Orcish Bowmaster. So it was very awkward to play, but now that the Orcish Bowmaster is out of the picture, now I think the Ninja is one of the best decks to play in the format again. But like I said, this deck used to play 4 copies of Orcish Bowmasters. So what I did was I added in 2 copies of Fairy Seer, which used to see play in ninja decks as well. Just a really solid card, but it did die to Orcish Bowmaster before. But this is a great ninjutsu target because it has an enter the battle effect trigger. And the other 2 card that I added was 2 copies of Call of the Ring. And I've been saying it in this channel over and over again how good of a card Call of the Ring was. But it was really hard to play with before because giving the ring to a creature meant that every time that creature attacked, you had to loot a card, which was bad against the Orcish Bowmaster, right? But because the Orcish Bowmaster is gone, looting a card becomes better. But Call of the Ring does another thing that lets you draw a card if you pay 2 life. So that's also very good as well. Another thing this card does really well is against big creatures. And if you have Moon Circuit Hacker, you could give the ring to the Moon Circuit Hacker, making your creature unblockable, which is not only good for ninjutsu, but just being able to hit your opponent with Moon Circuit Hacker is already really good. But this also pairs up very nicely with Bitter Blossom triggers and Retrofitter. If there's no creature on the battlefield, you could pay 2 mana on your upkeep with your Retrofitter to draw a card with the Call of the Ring. Or if you order the Bitter Blossom trigger on top of the Call of the Ring, then the Bitter Blossom trigger goes off and then you can draw with the Call of the Ring. But of course, the problem is that Bitter Blossom and Call of the Ring deals a lot of damage to you. So we're also playing 2 copies of Cling to Dust just to kind of mitigate the damage. So having said that, we're going to be jumping into some historic best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. It's kind of a mediocre hand, right? It's kind of a mediocre hand. That looks a lot better. Like, wow. That looks insanely better. Now, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be actually sacrificing this Ornithopter, because I kind of need... Oh, it's Gruul. Okay, opponent made a fatal mistake. You don't want to do that against a Retrofitter. They could have just stomped. My face to keep the Bone Crusher Giant. But I don't know, maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe they're trying to trick me into... Maybe they have like a Brotherhood's End. Probably a good make disappear target. Nice. Play some change equation, shall we? And go for the throat. So this is kind of where Call of the Ring gets better in a sense, because it makes our creatures unblockable. Make disappear out. I think Bitter Blossom out. I don't want to take too much damage, right? Like, Bitter Blossom is really good against slower decks. But against a hyper aggro deck, like, I think they're playing Gruul aggro. It's not gonna be as good. This one's okay. Unless they have a Bone Crusher Giant, then we're kind of screwed. Oh, they just played it out. Huh. Maybe we'll get a Fatal Push off the top. You never know. Scripted, by the way. I think I can afford playing this in black. It does make me lose out on tempo though, right? Maybe I should just play the Changing Outcast. Let's actually just kill it. That's gonna be dealing a lot of damage. Oh my god. Huh. So if they tap down the Llanowar Elf, then Moon Circuit Hacker becomes unblockable, which is kind of cool. Opponent's smart. They're very smart. Kind of awkward, actually. Yeah, we need to look for something great. Something that can kill a shifting Ceratops. You know? Fatal Push actually does it. I'm just actually going to play out the Silver for Master. Because they only have 2 cards in the graveyard anyways, it's not like I can counter anything. That's fine. Well, it's not fine, but... You know. Man, this Drown is not working out. Right? It's not working out. Oh, Cling to Dust, you say? That actually doesn't do anything. Another Fatal Push? That actually does it, right? 3 to ninjutsu. Actually, what's gonna happen when I copy the legendary card? Is it going to be a normal Moon Circuit hacker or... Okay, it's not. Untap land without having to shock would be kind of nice, right? That doesn't do it. There we go. Wow. Okay, okay, okay. I think we got this. So let's heal back. We go to 5 and then we get rid of the shifting Ceratops. And we should be good. Huzzah! And that's why we play Cling to Dust. Because we play cards like Call of the Ring, Bitter Blossom. Okay, so opponent is very much dead. Boom, boom. Oh, we can't actually ninjutsu anymore. Yeah, we can't do it because we put a lot of the pathways in black. Unfortunate. This could be something special. Never mind. Goodbye, Moon Circuit Hacker. Or not. I was for sure that was the case. Oh, it's because they're playing a Samurai's combo deck? But they're playing Thoughtseize though. What's up with that? So if I get the Silver Fur Master out this turn, and then I play Changing Outcast, I can Thousand Face Shadow next turn. Maybe that's actually the play. Right? Just go super aggro. I kind of like that. They have one card in the graveyard, so I can't actually kill this. So they didn't block, so I actually need to look for an answer to this Peregrine Took. Link to Dust isn't it. Need a Fatal Push. So we could die here if they have the combo. I mean, that's actually not exactly true. Yeah, that's actually not exactly true, right? Since They're only making bunch of tokens. Attack with the Changing Outcast. They're at 7. Okay, they got me. Because we weren't technically dead unless they had, unless they could combo off there, so... I was just kind of curious, you know? I was curious. Do I want to play Thoughtseize? Maybe I just, Pithing Needle for Peregrine Talk, right? 4 cards. I think actually Call of the Ring is not going to be good because they have Gilded Goose and stuff. We can't make creatures unblockable because their creatures are already way too small. Let's try this. It does seem like their deck is incredibly focused on comboing. Kind of annoying, but kind of works out. Okay, Retrofitter was a very good draw there. What am I doing here? Go for the throat and then Retrofitter? Or should I leave up a Stern Scolding? I think I should actually do this instead because it's not like playing the Retrofitter means that I'm creating a dude this turn anyways. Right? Okay, so this is a deck that just they're trying to make as many tokens as possible. Dot deck. So if I play the Changing Outcast, so if I make a dude, they have to block with 1 Gilded Goose. If I sacrificing the Changing Outcast, it's actually kind of the same thing, right? It's similar. The untapped land there might have actually costed me the game. So I don't think this is actually game over because they actually don't have another food. Nice. Okay, so they're more combo focused than I thought. So let's bring the Thoughtseizes. We don't need the Stone of Eric. Let's got the Fairy Seer. Let's be more control-y. Yeah, I'm gonna be more control-y this game. Maybe I do want Fairy Seer in this matchup because I'm trying to be a little bit more control-y instead of the Thousand Phase Shadows. Let's try this. I did say control-y, but not like that. Might double Ornithopter might actually be better than Changing Outcast. But they could also have double Goose as well. Darn. Thoughtseize turn 1. I guess retrofit or a waiting room. That's a lot of lands. I do kind of want to land though, but hard to say because what should I do? Do I want to land? That's kind of hard to say. That's kind of annoying. The thing is, they're gonna take the Fatal Push for sure. So I guess might as well keep the Silver for Master, right? That's kind of where I'm at the moment. I feel like they should have at least blocked the Moon Circuit Hacker there. Because I get 2 looks, right? I don't think that's actually good for them. I guess we pass. Maybe I should have waited until they put the counters, right? Does it actually matter? Let me see here. When 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Scurry Oak. Okay. It actually did matter. I thought you could just put a +1/+1 counter on anything else. It's been a while since I played against Scurry Oak, so. That's alright. Even if they Thoughtseize me, I do have the Fairy Seer to kind of fix my hand. So, yeah. Hopefully that is the case. We'll pass here because they could play Jarsoul, right? So I want to leave up that opportunity to get rid of Jarsoul if they do play it. I'll just take the 2 here. Or a 4. That also works as well. Ah. Ooh, that's actually really good. Now we don't have to worry about like Thoughtseizes. Maybe they'll keep a Thoughtseize in case I bring the Loris back into my hand. Maybe I actually keep both of them. Maybe not an Ornithopter. Actually, I think it works out to a certain degree. So let's say I play the Clear Water Pathway, attack. They're dead, right? Okay, next game. So they did keep the Thoughtseize. The change equation actually deals with a lot of their stuff. Just not sure about the spell Pierce. How much do we care about spell Pierce? I think Unlicensed Hearse for sure because they play Tarmogoyf and probably Jarsoul. I'll probably play another Go for the Throat. Not sure about Pitting Needle, to be fair. I think Bitter Blossom could be pretty good. So Fairy Seer was actually really good there. Very impressed. Maybe like one less copy of Silver Fur. Maybe an Ornithopter. I think this is actually keepable. So we're gonna draw a land by fixing the top with the Fairy Seer. Am I right? I could be incredibly greedy and then put the Moon Circuit Hacker on top. I think that's actually what I'm gonna do. It actually paid off. It actually paid off. I think we need more lands. What should I do? Let's actually just play Fairy Seer. Removing that actually doesn't make sense. Because they could just play Jarsoul and then replay the Haywire Might. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna attack with this. I'm gonna play the Retrofitter. Then play the Changing Outcast. You what? You tapped? What? you tap my black source. So I can't leave a fatal push. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. That is actually so insane what happened there. Wow. Kind of speechless. Jarsoul would not be there. The Painlands, man, always gets me. The Painland always gets me. Feels bad. Call of the Ring or Bitter Blossom? Feels really bad, man. This only happened because the game decided that I should tap this for colorless. So yeah, this game is over because of that. That would have never happened in paper. I think I actually prefer Ornithopter over changing Outcast. Sometimes like the changing Outcast is a little bit too expensive. Armagoy? That's fine. I think I'm going to actually keep a change equation here. Play a hearse. So we should just get rid of these, right? I could block it, but it's kind of risky with the 2 mana up. Ooh. So we should just pass here. Evo change the equation. Opponent passes. This is a lot of damage. And we have a counter spell to back it up. Do we care about this? How much do we care about this, actually? I think we do, because they only have a red source here. So for a removal spell, I don't think there's really much in it at the moment. I think... Okay, so if I Silver Fur, I'm dealing what? Two more damage, right? So I don't think that's actually that worth it. Probably just better to go Moon Circuit Hacker for looking for another land or something. Cling? Cling could be useful in stabilizing, actually. Oh, wow. So do I win? They block this thing, they take... Two, four, six? Not exactly. Like, potentially 7 damage. Right, potentially 7 damage. Does that do it? 2, 4, 5, 6? Nope. If I crew one of them and attack... Doesn't really change anything because they're gonna block with the Jarsoul anyways. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... I think I actually win. Yeah, I think I actually win. Because this is one more point of damage. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, that's 8 damage exactly. Pretty close game. Pretty close game. Second game could have been a win too if the Painland didn't screw me over. Because they wouldn't have a Jarsoul otherwise. Cool hand. Or not. Playing against a Guild's Gate deck. We gotta go fast as possible. Really? Okay. Could work. It seems like they could have a Fatal Push, but we do have a Silver Fur Master. Let's see. I think we just run everything out. I don't think we can wait. Especially against this kind of deck. Right? Okay, they had a Terra Sunder. Fatal Push is kind of useless. Oh wow, they didn't even stay for potential like a board wipe draw. Maybe they just didn't even have a red land in their hand and they didn't have a board wipe, so... Change the equation in. Thought Seizes in. I think that's kind of about it. I'm always like skeptical whether or not I should play Spell Pierce in this matchup because it's pretty bad if they have like way too many lands. Go down on a Cling to Dust, maybe even like 2 copies of it. I don't think our life total is like too precious versus them. Maybe like a 1 copy of Go for the Throat could be useful, but if the Titan is out, I'll probably lose the game anyways. I'll play like 1 copy of Go for the Throat. Maybe I shouldn't have actually cut the Bitter Blossom. Oh man, this is not a good hand. I wanna say. Ugin, so I can Spell Pierce the Circuitous Route. Okay, maybe now it's a good hand. What a draw there. Primeval Titan. Also, looking at their mana base, they still don't have a red source. Nice. Alright, so... we play 5 games with this deck and losing only to a wizard deck, which was also a quite of an unfortunate loss at that as well. Like, we mulliganed into a mulligan and we flooded. and we just kind of lost that way. But that matchup should be actually pretty good because we have like Change Equations, Stern Scolding, 4 copies of Fatal Push. We also have 2 copies of Go for the Throat, right? Drown in the Lock. We also have Cling to Dust main deck versus Arcanist, which is kind of cool. So it should be a pretty decent matchup. So that was a bit unfortunate, but other than that, we did do pretty well in the ladder, as expected, without the Orcish Bowmaster to stop the Moon Circuit Hacker. Oh my god, like, it's actually beautiful. It's actually beautiful. We did lose Orcish Bowmasters ourselves, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not at the end of the world. We can still play Loris despite that. Instead, I put in 2 copies of Fairy Seer, which is a really nice card anyways. We used to play it, but because of Orcish Bowmaster, we didn't. And then I put in 2 copies of Call of the Ring. So this is actually another card that I really like from the Lord of the Rings set, but haven't really got a chance to play it too much because of the Orcish Bowmaster yet again. And this is like a pretty fantastic card in our deck as well, because if opponent plays a lot of big creatures, you can even put the Ring Bearer mechanic on like Moon Circuit Hacker, for instance, against like Mono Green Devotion, for instance. So that's actually really cool, especially if you pair this up with something like Bitter Blossom and Retrofitter, right? If you stack the ability properly, the Bitter Blossom will trigger first, and then the Call of the Ring will trigger, giving your fairy token the ring. And then you can also pay 2 life to draw a card, and it has no repercussion anymore because there's no Orcish Bowmaster to actually punish this. I really like this card. I want to play more decks with the Call of the Ring. And because we're also playing 2 copies of Bitter Blossom and 2 copies of Call of the Ring, the Cling to Dust is very nice to get our life back, but rest of it is going to be the same as the usual ninja deck that you see. And despite us playing Loris and not playing these 4-drop ninjas, not playing like Ninja of the Deep Hour, Genius Infiltrator, because we have Bitter Blossom, Retrofitter to create dudes, and Call of the Ring to draw a card every single turn, like, I don't really feel that the Ingenious Infiltrator and the Ninja of the Deep Hour is necessary. And you also have that potential with the Loris, getting back a Ornithopter or changing Outcast every single turn to combo with the Retrofitter as well. So I really like everything about this deck. And you're also doing like unfair stuff with Retrofitter, Ornithopter, and changing Outcast, and Silver Master and Thousand Face Shadow combo. Just being able to aggro your opponent down really early is also a threat as well. So there's a lot here. I just really like ninjas. There's like very few decks I could just keep playing. Ninja is definitely one of them. As for the sideboard, maybe 4 Thoughtseize is a little bit too much. Sometimes the life loss could be not ideal, especially if you're playing with the Bitter Blossom and Call of the Ring as well, right? This could be 2 copies of it, could be Inquisition with Kozilek, but that's completely up to you. But yeah, not much else to say about this sideboard. I think it's pretty good. And there you have it. That's going to be it for today's video. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video so far, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.